We have to make it easier, not harder, for young people to go to college. Rising college tuition, having to borrow money just to get through school. You come out of college, you got this crushing burden of debt that you're going to carry around with you for who knows how long. We can do something about this. I had this idea several years ago. I called it College for Everyone. And since the last election, I decided to find out if it worked, instead of just talking about it and having it be theoretical. So we went to a poor section of eastern North Carolina, and we got the communities involved. I raised the money for this effort, and we said to every kid in this area, if you graduate from high school and you're qualified to be in college, and you commit to work while you're in college, at least 10 hours a week, we pay for your tuition and books. Very simple. Students before this, I can see that. The whole idea of this is that we don't just give it to you, you have to earn it. But if this works and we're able to make it available nationally, and in this case we're only doing it for the first year of college, because that's how much money we were able to raise and been able to afford. But the idea was to get kids in college. But if we could do this nationally and make it available to all 4 years, think about what it would do. First of all, it creates an incentive for students to work when they're in school. That's a good thing. Second, when they come out of school, they don't carry this crushing burden of debt around with them. Instead, they come out clean, free, able to do whatever they choose to do, which is the way it ought to be for our young people, who are our best capital, human capital, when they come out of college. So I think there are huge opportunities available to us in the world and here in America. And I am relentlessly optimistic about what's possible. But I don't think we can do these things that I'm talking about with little baby steps. Careful, cautious. Let's be careful what we do. I think we need bold, big change in America. Bold, big change.
I'd also like to thank you, Senator, for being here today and all you're doing for our country. As a young person, education is a very important issue to me, and public schools. What is your plan to improve public schools? Because we don't have very good public schools, and in the United States of America, we should have the best public schools in the world.
Well, first of all, I think, if I can talk about it conceptually, then I'll tell you specifically what I think we need to do. I think the mistake we make in our public school system is to treat education in America as something that begins with kindergarten, goes through 12th grade, in some cases college, in some cases graduate school. Education in America should be a birth to death experience. We have to educate kids literally from the time that they are born. And that means extensive early childhood programming, which we don't have today, starting much earlier in age. Better planning for those who teach in early childhood, dealing with the health care and nutritional needs of the kids who are in early childhood. Second, I talked about access to college, so I've done the tail end of this. Let me do the part in between. No Child Left Behind is causing serious, serious problems in America.
Yeah.
Has either teaches in the public school, works in the public school, or has children in the public school. And I'm in the last category. My kids are in first and third grade in public school in North Carolina. Knows that what happens is, with all the testing and the nature of the testing, that No Child Left Behind, that an awful lot of your child's education day goes into teaching for the test, preparing for the test. And the truth of the matter is that do we need accountability? Of course we do. We believe in accountability. Do we believe in being able to measure whether schools are doing what they're supposed to do? Yes, we do. But a test never taught a child anything. And what we need, the testing regimen needs to be re-examined. In some cases, we have a foolish testing regimen that makes no sense. Second, we're testing one group of fourth graders against another group of fourth graders, instead of testing the progress that a particular child makes from the beginning of the year to the end, which is actually what we do in North Carolina, which I'm very proud of. But that's what we ought to be doing nationally. That way you can see for individual students whether they're actually making progress during the course of the year. And then finally, the single most important thing is we have got to pay America's teachers.
Yeah.
Incentives to get our most talented teachers to the places where they're needed the most.